part of that is the reason, at least as far as gig apping goes, particularly with DoorDash, as far as procedural videos, tips, tricks, and strategies, those are out of date by the time I've published a video, because DoorDash is constantly reinventing itself. There are some things that have not changed, and I guess I'd be splitting hairs over what's worth actually. I mean, there are people I don't even follow. Well, I still subscribe to their channel, but they haven't come up in my news feed for a while, because that are DoorDashers, that, you know, the world-renowned people who I still have a lot of respect for. It's just that a lot of their tips, tricks, and strategies are only marginally similar to some things in my market, and they change all the time. But anyway, there's a lot of other videos that I had published when I was going through cancer treatment, and I deleted those too. And I've recently encountered some grief videos from some people who've moved years past the grief, and they still have these videos on YouTube, and that's, I guess, attributed to their commitment. I guess I deleted mine for the same reason that it's sometimes difficult to hear your own voice. Even though I was in broadcasting for years, I didn't think I'd ever reach a point in life where I was uncomfortable with the sound of my own voice and the way that I appear on camera ever again, after being on TV and being in radio for so long. And that might be attributed to the production standards that were at my fingertips when I was in broadcasting. And this is just the raw, unfiltered, unproduced video and audio, and I don't like me in that medium, I guess. I have also encountered some gig app videos. Let's rewind a little bit to what I follow, at least some of the channels that I follow. For example, there are dedicated gig app drivers that are or are not, you know, dedicated exclusively to DoorDash, or maybe they do multi-app, or maybe they at least dabble with other apps. And it's irrelevant how much we're talking about juggling between other apps. That's not really the point here. The point is just that there are drive-along videos, and then there are tips and tricks videos that do or don't also have procedural, etc., so forth. And I have encountered other people that are van lifers, or at least living out of some kind of a vehicle, but they do gig apping to supplement their income, whether they are or are not also gaining revenue through YouTube or Patreon or what have you. And, you know, apps like DoorDash for them are just a side hustle, and they actually don't even treat their channel as if that's like something that happens in the background, that they usually, if they mention it, it's like, okay, I don't want to bore you with that, when that's actually interesting to people who are in that niche. And I guess that is part of what I struggled with in the development of my channel, is, but what if this is just, if it's not just a DoorDash channel, if it's not just a multi-apping channel, then it's also camping, biking, and hiking, and we'll just say car life, because I don't have a van. Maybe eventually I'll have a van, maybe eventually I'll have an RV. Maybe I'm not going to really do that, because from what I've seen, I kind of like having a secure place to live. It sounds fun and adventurous, van life, but it looks dangerous and actually deadly in a lot of instances, a lot of things I've seen on video. So what, I guess your video can be all encompassing. I don't have to, or your channel, I don't have to limit it to one or the other. I can be, and I guess that's just the arc and curvature of revenue versus viewers versus income, etc. Viewers and participation as you go. And then maybe your channel continues to yin and yang throughout your growth and prosperity. There are some that are so successful that they've just shut off their Patreon channel. They don't even use Patreon anymore. I don't know how they and these are full-time YouTubers, so that's a full-time job, and that's another thing too, is that the editing process to get a video where I'm at least content with finally publishing it and putting it on YouTube. At the end of the day, I still have another job, and I still have I have a wife. I don't have the free time or the resources to not go to that other job in order to afford the time to do all that editing. There's a lot of editing. Again, though, deleting videos and having zero content on my channel is not taking it. It's taking a step backwards. So I have to start all over again. Like or dislike. The videos that get more views or get more comments or get negative, positive, I guess that's just part of the social experiment, we'll call it. So there was a YouTuber a few months ago, I want to say, was just doing DoorDash, but he was taking the time to point out the importance of getting out and stretching every once in a while. The importance of eating right and bringing snacks with you. And not just stretching, but yoga before and after, or at least before, at some point in your day. I don't know who that YouTuber was, because I lost that. A key component was stopping to enjoy the view, and that is something that I have always been inspired by, and it's something that for the last several years I try to encompass into my day, is because the days can be, this is a crazy world. It just got crazier. It keeps getting crazier. It seems like time's moving faster all the time. So all we have are these moments. All we have are these, just if you're just going on a neighborhood walk and you look to your right over your shoulder and you see a deer down in the shrubs, it's fortunate. That's a moment of nature's beauty at its finest. And at the behest of your mobile device that's in your hand, maybe you're lucky enough to capture a photo of that moment. And it often isn't capturing the moment precisely. The photos don't do it justice. You've heard all that before too. But other wildlife, just cloud formations in the sunlight at sunset, or a clear sky at sunset, or reflections off the lake, so on and so forth. Those are the beautiful moments. A mountain view, things like that. That's what another private, I think it's a forum, it's at least a website for UPS drivers called Brown Cafe, and that it's all about the view. It's not about delivering packages. It's about where your route takes you every day and sharing moments along the way. Because those little glimpses of life are what you have when you are nose to the grindstone going through it. So I don't want to dwell on what I can or can't do because of limitations. I need to focus on being positive and enjoying the moments, and perhaps perhaps documenting some of that, because you're not going to get all of it. So if that kind of content interests you, please like, subscribe, comment what you'd like to see more of. Thank you.